If you got a letter from the licensing board, you're probably wondering what happens next. I'm going to explain that for you in plain English. These stages apply across licenses, whether you're talking about a nursing board, pharmacy board, medical board, whatever we're talking about, they usually follow the same process. The first step is going to be just that complaint, and you might not know about the complaint. Maybe you found out about it from an employer or someone else that a complaint is getting filed, but you don't necessarily get notice from the board at the complaint stage. The board's going to review that complaint and they may end it there. They may decide that that's the end of the process and dismiss it before you've even heard about the complaint. But if it does proceed to the next step, it goes to the formal investigation stage, and that's where you're going to receive a letter from the board saying that there's an investigation and give you an opportunity to respond. And then after that formal notice of the investigation, we're proceeding to the next stage, which is the resolution stage. Now that can go one of several different ways. After you send a response back to the board, sometimes they will dismiss it at that point. Other times they'll send you a proposed agreed order where you can agree to certain stipulations, and that can be a wide-ranging amount of sanctions. It can be a lot of different things, but you can agree to that to resolve the case. And that proposed order is always going to be negotiable. You should never really accept that very first proposed order. You should always negotiate those terms before you sign. If it can't get resolved there, we move to the informal settlement conference, and don't let the name fool you. It is pretty formal, but it does give you a chance to give your side of the story to the board and allows them to get information about the case as well. And after the informal settlement conference, it does move on to the formal hearing stage, and that is a lot like a trial. You get a chance to put on witnesses to testify and give your side of the story and question their witnesses as well. So it really does feel like a trial, although these days it is mostly held by Zoom. That is a formal process where an administrative law judge offers their recommendations as to what should happen in the case, and that's the final step in the process. Usually I'll say the best time to hire an attorney is going to be at that investigation stage, because that is when you are responding to the board. You don't ever want to respond to the board without an attorney, and you should check out my next video to understand why. If you've received a letter and you're not sure what to do, reach out to atx.legal for a consultation.